Today's topic is the status of agricultural mechanization in India. So, agricultural mechanization in India was progressing, we can say, but there were the significant variations in adoption rates across the regions and among different types of the machineries. As we know, the government has been promoting the mechanization to increase the efficiency and productivity in agriculture. But challenges such as some small land holdings, then lack of credit and awareness among the farmers about the high-tech or advanced technologies which can be useful for our Indian agriculture. So, with this status of agricultural mechanization, we are going to cover some key aspect of Indian agriculture. In that, first we have to focus on the tractorization. As we all know, the India is one of the largest market for the tractors, and many of the globally tractor industries they have set up in our various states of our India, and tractor sales have been increasing day by day, which indicates a growing mechanization trend in our country. So, however, tractor penetration is higher in some of the states. Also, as tractor is there, there are machineries. So, use of the machineries. This trend is also increasing with the population of the tractor. So, population of the agricultural machinery is also increasing day by day. So, adoption of the other farm machineries, we can say like advanced machineries. Like initially, we are using MB plow, cultivator, rotavator, these bed preparation equipments, uh, we can say as a mechanization purpose. But nowadays we are using some advanced machineries like seed drills, planters, some harvesters and threshers we are using widely. So lack of access, high cost of that equipments and maintenance issues are some of the common barrier for adoption of these advanced machineries. Also, we are going to focus on the government initiatives to uh, use of this agricultural machineries, and which can be beneficiary for our smallhold farmers. So, government of the India has launched various schemes and programs to promote the agricultural mechanization, also including some subsidies for different kind of the machineries or tractor, purchase of the tractor also. And government is taking initiative to train our farmers to adoption for adoption of this high technology. So government is organizing some training programs for farmers, also young generations. The next part, which can be also one of the scheme of the Indian government, that custom hiring centers. So these custom hiring centers have been promoted to make the machinery accessible to the small or marginal farmers, and these farmers cannot afford buy their own these kind of machineries. So custom hiring centers allows farmers to rent machinery for the specific task. And also some of the challenges for despite efforts such as the high cost of the machineries, lack of the awareness about the modern agricultural practices, and the need for the more efficient post-harvest management practices. So, with these points, we are going to focus on this particular topic. So, firstly, we have to uh, take the introduction about the Indian agricultural labors. Okay, because as we said, the introduction of the farm machinery to substitute for the labor in a common phenomenon associated with the release of the labor for employment in other sectors of the economy. Farm mechanization is also facilitate some cultivation of the larger area in less time with the same labor force. The purpose of the mechanization is also to produce more from the existing land and using machinery as a complementary input required to achieve higher land and labor productivity. The future of the agriculture is dependent on the penetration of the scale and gender neutral farm machineries, as per my concern. And as we said, the Indian agricultural labor refers to the work performed by the individuals in the cultivation, some part of the harvesting practices and management of the crop and livestock in their agricultural sector. As we know, the Indian agricultural labor plays an crucial role in ensuring the food production and the sustainability of the rural economics worldwide. And it can be both manually and mechanizing depending on the level of the technology. Some of the technologies that can be operated with the manual, and some of the automatic machineries are there. So resources availability, on the basis of that, the manual or mechanized practices we can adopt. Then
So sorry for the interruption, but can
yes,
we please start the slideshow mode? Your slide is not moving.
yes, I'm this moving now.
Sir, you have to start your slideshow mode on.
Yeah, I am started. Is it visible now, sir?
Yes, sir. Now
Yes,
it's
sir.
absolutely all right. Yes, sir.
Is it moving now?
It is moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So let us talk about the labor scarcity in agriculture and farm mechanization. As we all know that the Mahatma Gandhi Natural Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is Manrega, which contributed to increase in wage rate and labor scarcity in agriculture. So some other studies enumerated the various causes like the increased urbanization and non-farm employment opportunities that can be affected on that. And the farm mechanization was at much higher level, as we see in our country in the Punjab and Haryana only. So some of the states like Gujarat and Maharashtra, they are also uh, taking initiative to use some advanced machineries nowadays. The transformation of the Indian agriculture has led to various structural changes in the employment of the human labor. So one of the serious problem concerning labor employment is its seasonally availability, which has caused under the utilization of the available labor in some seasons and overutilization in other seasons. So that can be the main issue with the Indian labor availability. Then farm mechanization involves using the machineries like as we discussed, that the tractors, harvesters, and automated systems to replace the manual labor nowadays. So, with overcome this labor scarcity, this mechanization plays an important role. So, this can increase the productivity, reduce dependency on the scarce labor, and improve the overall efficiency in the agriculture. Okay, so when we talk about the impact of the labor shortage, these four factors we have to consider: that reduction crop intensity, high cost cultivation due to high cost labor, then delaying harvesting, affecting timeline of the subsequent crop, and yield reduction, which affect on the productivity. So, with the overcome with these particular problems, uh, we can go for the mechanization. Okay, so what is mechanization stand? So mechanized agriculture or the agricultural mechanization is the use of machinery and equipment ranging from the simple and basic hand tools to more sophisticated motorized equipments. Okay, so use of the simple tools to heavy machinery in the agriculture, it is the mechanization. Okay, so that is the if you think about the scenario of the labor use and farm mechanization in our country, the study revealed that the agriculture rebels and cultivators has declined over time. Uh, Resultantly, the cropping pattern shifted from the food grain to the high value horticulture and plantation crops like rubber due to their low labor requirement. So Indian farmer is moving towards the different agricultural practices which requires low labors. Okay, so automatic motorized mechanized practices which crop is adopting, that in that way our Indian farmers are moving nowadays. So technologically change in the agriculture which has made a significant impact on the labor absorption, and notably since the green revolution is considered, and labor displacement was highest in case of the tractor ownership farms, where the employment of the labor was 36.08 percent, which is followed by the power tiller ownership farm, which has 46.57%. So with that scenario, we can go with the consequent upon the transformation of the agriculture in terms of the technological advancement. Change in cropping pattern, cropping intensity, and mechanization of the field operation. The employment of the human labor has undergone some various structural changes in the Indian agriculture. So, though India has the abundant labor force in agriculture, non-availability of the manpower during the peak crop season is a main growing problem. So, technologically, change in agriculture made the significant impact on the labor absorption, notably since we can say, as we say, the green revolution. So, if we think about the prospect of the agricultural mechanization, uh, if we see this graph, use of the power sources in agriculture since 1960 to 10 decades before, and now this graph is increasing. We can say use of the tractor power, use of the uh, electric motors and diesel engines. These graphs are increasing, we are saying seen in this graph, and draft animal power we are using very less number now. This graph shows that Indian farmers are adopting high technologies, mechanization in their field. So, as per the farm mechanization and its impact on the labor saving, crop productions, and the cost of the production is considered. So, high economic growth, fast infrastructure development, and more wages are pushing farm laborers to migrate to urban areas or find alternative job opportunities. So that can be to recover that part. We have to uh, use the advanced technologies for our all the farming practices. So with that farmer scarcity problem, the eastern and the northeastern states have been less responsive to adoption of the agricultural machinery due to their land structure and use of that cropping pattern, we can say. So while farm power is availability of the Punjab has reached to over 3.5 kilowatt per hectare. So it is still less than the 0.90 kilowatt per hectare in many states like Odisha, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Gujarat, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. So that can be increased with the use of the advanced machineries. So tractors are the mainly used in the states like the Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, and Gujarat. So these six states together accounts for the around 80% of the total tractor population of our country. So there is a huge scope for use of this advanced technology or machineries with this prime mover we are using that tractor. So around 550 transplanters of the different types, that is the single wheel riding type, walk behind type, and four-wheel drive transplanters were purchased by the farmers and cooperative societies on subsidies. So this trend showing the adoption of the mechanization. So now we are discussing or talking about the impact of the farm mechanization in the mechanical way. So mechanization is occur with the two ways, that is use of mechanical tools or machineries or use of the chemical. So for reducing this speed problem, this type of techniques we are using. So mechanical tools which are developed for the farming gain popularity. Tractors are one of the most critical development in this sector. So different tools are also useful for that purpose. So after independence, our country needs an accelerated method to make the economy self-sufficient in the food grains. So mechanization is the only solution. Then policymakers were all aware of this fact, and many schemes of the government and focus the cooperative societies on the farm mechanization since 1950. So Punjab leads the agriculture development in India, and the adoption of the farm mechanization, which took the very high rate. Now, farmers reported reduction in the cost related with the weeding, plowing, and transportation of the tractors. So other equipments like machines like the power tillers, then combine harvesters that can be used, and these are the front line of the farm mechanization, and the government provides assistance of the purchase of the machineries with the providing of the some subsidies on that. So with this, we can think that what are the benefits of the mechanization? So mechanization provides some additional benefits to the farmers that increase cropping intensity and the production. So mechanization will increase the cropping intensity and production. which gives the high income to the farmers. Then increase productivity of the labor, full utilization of the farm. Then mechanization benefits with the employment and livelihood of the generation. Then it can import the substitution. It gives the value added in the farm product, and with reduction in the losses. So losses may be reduced with the use of this mechanization techniques. So after seeing the impact of the farm mechanization with the mechanical way, we are discussing about the chemical way. Some chemical way also we can reduce the labor cost. So there are two broad categories of the fertilizers that can be inorganic fertilizers, and other is the organic fertilizers. So inorganic fertilizers are the human made and also called as the we can say chemical fertilizers. So these chemical fertilizers can be considered as a part of the modern technology for the agricultural production in India. So although farm production and the productivity depends on the various factors, that is like water resources, manures, pesticides, then fertilizers, improved seeds, etc. And of these fertilizers and improved seeds, there are two most important contribution factors in the productivity. The fertilizer production during the 1994, it was more than 200 times higher as compared to the 1951, we can say. So nowadays, these figures are also increased. So besides production capacity, India continued to be the significant important of the intermediates and the finished fertilizers. So as increase in the consumption shows in the motive to increase the production. So that way, the this chemical way also we can reduce the labor problem. So now we are thinking about the future of farm mechanization. So with this high technology nowadays we are using, and now we are thinking about the AI, that is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence in agriculture playing a remarkable role in coming future. As we said, the farm size is significant and has the direct relationship with the mechanization. So farms throughout India are predominantly small, and Indian agriculture comprises of we can say 83% of the small and marginal farmers. So that impact shows the need of the small tool, use of the small tools or small machineries in Indian agriculture. So farm mechanization in India is about you can say 40 to 45%, which is comparatively very low as compared to the countries, modern countries like US, Brazil, and China. According to the International Exhibition and Conference on Agri-Machinery and Equipment, in which was conducted, so that scenario we have to change, and the key factors for successful mechanization include the socio-economic factors, supporting infrastructure, then land situation, and technical skills and service of the people. So important agricultural equipments demand like tractor, then power tillers, combine harvesters, irrigation pump set, diesel engines, and has shown the increasing trend in that factor. So increasing the irrigation facility and modernization of the cropping practices, the demand of the agricultural machinery has shown an increasing trend in the southern and western part of the country. So these is eastern and northeastern states have been less responsive to adoption of the agricultural machinery. So the government support in the form of the subsidy, as I said, is serving as a catalyst to the compensate for the high initial cost of this system. Then precision planters, then zero till drill, seed cum fertilizer drill. So this can be useful practices. Then harvesting and threshing machines, drip, micro irrigation, then sprinkler. These have been made available to the farmers, so that there is the reduction in the money spent on the hiring of the labor and the time of the operation, and we can say increase in
Recording in
or Indian
progress.
agriculture. So, if you think about the future of the farm mechanization, we can consider. So these figures shows that the sale of the tractors and the sale of the power tillers in our country. This trend is also increasing day by day. So now we can focus on the quality of the machinery. So not only the increasing machinery numbers or tractor numbers, we cannot say that the quality of the mechanization or quality of the work can be maintained. So to maintain that quality of the work and life of that machineries, we have to use the proper tested agricultural machineries for our Indian agricultural use. Okay, so for that purpose, government has established 4 farm machinery training and testing centers. First center, that is the Central Farm Machinery Training and Testing Center, which is located at Budni. So this farm machinery training and testing institution, which is generally known for the tractor testing. So whatever the tractor company introducing their models in Indian agriculture, they have to test their tractor with this Central Farm Machinery Testing Center, which is located at Budni. The second one is Northern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Institution, which is located at Hisar. So this testing center is generally known for the crop protection equipments like sprayers testing. So all setup is available in that testing center. So third testing center, that is the Southern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Center, which is located at Anandpur. And this testing center is very much popular for testing of the power tillers or self-propelled equipments. And fourth one, that is the Northeastern Region Farm Machinery Training and Testing Institution, which is located at Vishwanath Chariali at Assam. So this is for the primary and secondary tillage machinery testing purpose. This testing center is known. So under these 4 testing centers, there are 26 state agricultural farm machinery testing centers are there, which are also doing the same job for giving benefit to our Indian farmers, farm machinery manufacturers, and uh, high technology use farmers. So for this purpose, these testing centers are using. So as we says that these 4 testing centers are there, and 26 additional farm machinery uh, training and testing centers, which are giving authority to the state agricultural universities. Now, this is the data which is showing that in last before last 2 years, our 4 agricultural testing centers have tested this number of machineries. Budni have tested 46 machines. Then Northern Region Farm Machinery Testing Center tested 7 machineries. Hisar testing center tested 20 machineries, and Vishwanath testing center, which is tested at 43 machineries in 2020-21. In 21-22, 62, 42, 169, 158. This number of machineries, that means the number of agricultural manufacturers approaches towards our farm machinery testing centers to test their machineries for getting the benefits of the subsidies. So not only this testing center not only tested the agricultural machinery, but they are also responsible for training agricultural students, agricultural scientists, farmers, and manufacturers. So these training institutions are also trained the candidates during 2014-15 to 2021-22. These are the figures, and number of machinery distributed to the farmers by our government. That is the figures we can say in 2014 to 2021. This number of the machineries which are distributed to the farmers for increasing the mechanization status of our farming community. Also, in my introduction point, as I said, that the custom hiring centers playing an important role to improving the mechanization status of our country. So these are the figures of some established central custom hiring centers and high-tech hubs for farm machinery and farm machinery banks, which are also the schemes of our government of India. Then, if we think about the custom hiring centers, so custom hiring centers are basically a unit comprising a set of the farm machinery, implements, and equipments for the custom hiring by the farmers. The main objective of these custom hiring centers is to supply of the farm implements to small, marginal, and poor farmers at subsidized rates on the higher basis. And this enables a small and marginal farmers to take up the farm operations on time with proper efficiency. So with this custom hiring centers we are thinking about, there are three types of the custom hiring centers which are provided by our government. That first, that is entrepreneur custom hiring centers, that is individually any farmer or anyone who can take that custom hiring centers. Then any farmer who can farmer community, they come together and start their custom hiring center. Then some societies they can also come together and start their custom hiring centers also. So from 2014 there are 4,911 entrepreneurs that have registered for the custom hiring center, which contribute the 7% share of the total custom hiring center societies. Then custom hiring centers are 23,406, and this contributes the 33.3% share. So we can say that the societies custom hiring centers showing the 33.3% share, individual entrepreneur which showing the 7% of the share, and the largest amount of the custom hiring centers registered are farmers custom hiring center, and which are 42,065 in number, which shares the 59% of the custom hiring center. So in order to register the greatest number of the top 10 states, we can give the preference that Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Nagaland, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. The most number of the customizing centers are registered in Punjab, and lowest number of customizing centers are registered in Jammu and Kashmir. So there is a huge scope for registering these customizing centers. So in India, total 70,382 customizing centers were registered, and the total number of implements were hired in India from customizing centers are 1,64,011, and this figure, in Madhya Pradesh farmers hired most number of implements uh, till date, we can say, and this implements that are number that is 29,133 machineries are hired by these Indian farmers by this customizing center, and this lowest number of hire in Arunachal Pradesh, which is 13 only. So this shows these states have hope for uh, uh, use of this government scheme for betterment of our agricultural farmers. Okay. So with that custom hiring centers, there are also high-tech hubs. The adoption of the mechanization by the farmers, which depends on the various factors such as the as we discussed, the socio-economic conditions, geographic conditions, crop growth, then irrigation facilities, etc., for the promotion of the agricultural mechanization in our country. So centrally sponsored schemes like submission on agricultural mechanization, that SMAM is being established and being implemented through the state government, and under this scheme 40 to 50% of the cost of the machines, which is given by the government. So depending on the categorized farmers, is provided the purchase of the agricultural machineries, and depending on the category of the farmers, uh, this is provided. So this major focus on the schemes uh, towards expanding the network of the customizing centers of the agricultural machineries, and equipment to increase the utilization of the farm power, and ensuring the availability of the farm equipment and machines for the small farms also. So since inception of these schemes, more than 40,900 high-tech hubs are also established in the various states of our country. So this shows that the government policies giving their inputs for the Indian farmers. So at last, we are discussing about the various strategic policies which are considered for the promoting the farm mechanization in the country. So what type of the strategic policies which we have to follow? As we says that the tractor sales have doubled during the last 5 years, while the number of draught animals is declining rapidly. So these statistics on the other machinery and implements show the similar trend. So as we discussed earlier, that shows the mechanization trend is increasing day by day. So these mechanization technologies were first adopted by the large farmers, which is more than having more than 10 hectares of the farm, then followed by the medium scale farmers, which having the 4 to 10 hectares of their land. And now this is a challenge for our government also, and our extension facility provider also, that this type of mechanization technologies, how we can provide this high tech technology or mechanized technologies for our low scale farmers, for small farmers, how we can use that technology. So that can be the challenge for our researchers also, to develop that kind of machineries. So high level of the effective demand for the agricultural machineries and equipments that lead to the creation of the competitive and viable manufacturing industries, such that our country become the globally a leading player in this sector, and including the becoming the net exporter also. The government of India provided the support services for the research and development, testing and standards, so as well as the human resource development and support of the agricultural mechanization is considered. The agricultural engineering programs, which established in the numerous state agricultural universities, and some institutes were instrumental for the success of the agricultural mechanization in our country. So with that, some reduce or eliminate subsidies and use of these funds to decrease the interest rate on the agricultural loans and taxes for purchase of implements and equipment for agricultural operations. That can also strategic policy of our agricultural development is considered. So promote on the farm storage and some processing and marketing facilities in the catchment areas. That can also give the best results with these policies. The number of the custom hiring centers, especially in areas of the small and marginal landholding, should be increasing subsidiarily, because it shows the change in practices of use of the practices of our farmers. So quality of the farm machines must be assured, as it brings more confidence among the farmers for adoption of the farm mechanization. So our farm machinery testing centers playing an important role with this point, that is to maintain the quality of the farm machineries. Then strengthens support of the research and development services. As I said, these farm mechanization adopted by the large landholding farmers, also marginal farmers. But for small holding landholding farmers, our researchers should give their contribution and develop the machineries, small machineries that can be useful for our small farmers. So that is the main factor, that we have to give the strength and support for research and development, for testing and standardization, in human resource development in support of the farm mechanization. So this with these policies, these are some references I have referred. So this is the end of my talk, sir.